Hello and welcome to Chesapeake Weekly Home Edition. Bulk waste collection is now suspended. So after several weeks of collecting debris left behind storms, crews will be finishing up that cleanup with a full citywide sweep of what's already at the curb. No new bulk waste is allowed at the curb until further notice. You may remember our crews were already stretched thin after a COVID-19 related staffing issues, and then of course we were hit by storms that laid down a lot of yard debris. So for right now, we're really just asking for everyone's patience and understanding as we work to get back on schedule. Now, if you have items that have been sitting at the curb and haven't been picked up, we will get to you. If you have new items that you want to put at the curb, you can haul them yourself to the SIPSA transfer station. You can learn more about that at spsa.com or by calling 420-4700. Or what might be the best bet is to hold on to those items because we really do hope to be back on schedule and back into that routine very soon. Mosquito season isn't over yet, and now we're hearing about an increase in eastern equine encephalitis. Whew, say that 3 times fast. Let's call it triple E. We're hearing about triple E in our area. And while that's generally only a problem for horses, Chesapeake Mosquito Control is still very involved in the treatment of those mosquitoes, and they continue to encourage everyone to do their part to fight these pests.
Triple E is a mosquito-borne disease, and it can be transmitted to either horses or people. It is normally transmitted between birds, and it doesn't affect birds. But every once in a while, when conditions are just right, it will transfer over to people or horses. And that's when it becomes serious, because it's deadly to horses in over 90% of cases. Now, there is a vaccine available, so we do encourage horse owners to have their animals vaccinated in the spring and have booster shots around this time of year. It's very important, and it will prevent triple E in horses, but there is no vaccine for people, so we just need to avoid mosquito bites.
We get a mosquito that typically only bites birds, and there's a lot of those mosquitoes out there. They're biting a lot of birds. So one bird has triple E, gets bit by a mosquito, it bites another bird and bites another bird. So it amplifies the triple E disease within the bird population. Then we have a mosquito that comes in that likes to bite birds but will bite mammals as well. That's what we call a bridge vector, and those are the ones that we are very concerned with because they can bite that bird that has triple E and then bite a human or a horse.
People can avoid contracting West Nile virus, triple E, any kind of mosquito-borne disease by avoiding mosquito bites. And so what you need to do that is to wear insect repellent if you're in a place or in a situation where you know you're going to be exposed to a lot of mosquito bites. Or you can cover yourself, wear very light, loose clothing so a mosquito can't bite through to you. You could limit your activities to daytime only and not go out at night or be in an enclosed place where you have screen at night. Just avoid mosquito bites, and that is 90% of your protection.
So just a reminder of what all property owners should be doing this time of year: tip and toss. Find any areas of standing water in your yard. Could be kids' toys, bird feeders, piles of junk, anything that can hold water. Make sure you tip that water out every single week to avoid creating what could be the perfect little habitat for breeding mosquitoes. Learn more about how to battle the bugs in our extended interview with Drita, available on youtube.com/Chesapeake Television. Just search the Peak Life playlist for mosquito control. If you're a small business in Chesapeake, the Economic Development Department has been working very hard throughout the pandemic to provide you with support services to get everyone through this difficult time. Now they've rolled out round 2 of the popular Chesapeake Small Business COVID-19 Recovery Grants. These grants are available to for-profit businesses that have been adversely affected by COVID-19. A business can submit their application online. It's very easy to do. The Economic Development Authority will then review the applications, and they'll release the grant funds to all the qualifying businesses as soon as possible. Now, this is going to be going on through the end of the year, but it is as funds are available, so you gotta jump on it. To see if your business is eligible and to apply, visit chesapeakeva.biz/recovery-grant. The Chesapeake Environmental Improvement Council is looking for some beautiful businesses. Nominations are now being accepted for the 2020 Business Beautification Awards. This award recognizes businesses in Chesapeake that take pride in the visual impression they leave on the surrounding neighborhood and that show awareness for the environment. Nominations will be accepted through September 30th. Get all the details on qualifications and fill out a nominations form, which you can do either for your own business or for somebody else's. Maybe just a local business that you love the look of their landscaping. Fill it out, submit them for this award at cityofchesapeake.net/CEIC. Every time there's an emergency in this city, people always ask, what can I do to help? That's really why we're the city that cares. Well, if you're looking for a good way to lend a hand, especially if you're looking to donate financially, we have a couple of tips for you. First of all, one of the good ways to donate locally, there's a trusted resource, and it's the United Way. So through the United Way, you can actually request to donate to Chesapeake specifically, and those funds will go towards local programs. Another great option is the Chesapeake Public Schools Education Foundation, which will directly help our schools. So through this foundation, they can put the money to where it would be of greatest use. So it's really a helpful option if you're looking to donate to our public schools. And of course, there are lots of other worthy organizations throughout the city and beyond that could benefit from your donations. The question is, how do you make sure the organization is not a scam? Here are just a few tips. First, research the charity online using the Better Business Bureau, Wise Giving Alliance, Charity Navigator, or Charity Watch. Then check on how much money actually goes to the charity as opposed to salaries and overhead and that sort of thing. Finally, never pay with gift cards or a wire transfer. Choose to pay by credit card or check instead. And speaking of the city that cares, let's jump into this week's Chesapeake Cares video. You may remember we told you last week about our end of summer campaign to put good deeds on display. Well, here's our display of good deeds for this week. Access to healthy, fresh, local foods is a really important part of any healthy community. Well, when the pandemic threatened to limit that access here in Chesapeake, Healthy Chesapeake stepped up. They got innovative and they filled in that need. Take a look.
It's a virtual platform where people can order online and pre-purchase. Then they drive through, pop their trunk, and we deliver to their trunk and drop it off, and people can go on about their way. This was a pivot from our original mobile market model that we were going to create, but due to COVID and some of the containment procedures, we adapted that model so that it's one of the safest ways for people to order local produce during this pandemic. We try to pride ourselves on high customer service and high quality local products, and what we're trying to do now is make this product more well known to our community partners and our residents so that more people participate, and we need them to know that they're partners in this food access venture. So every purchase helps enable us to reach more locations throughout Chesapeake and make local produce more readily available.
Well, the Western Branch market was suspended for obvious reasons. We can't have a walk-up market out there right now. So we partnered with Coderitas Companies and Development, partnered with Healthy Chesapeake to bring this farmers market and our market together. So we have this set up here on Tuesdays. We have that set up there exactly the same on Wednesdays, and we're all working together to just try and help our vendors and help our customers.
Such a great story, and really just one of the many, many things Healthy Chesapeake has done throughout our fight against COVID-19 in 2020. So thank you to everyone involved in Healthy Chesapeake. Well, that does it for this week's edition of Chesapeake Weekly. We hope to see you all right back here next week in the City That Cares.